Hello dear YouTubers, I want to read a poem briefly from this book, Heart Gifts from Helen, Steiner, a special selection of her poems and a pen portrait of her as a person. I'm only reading one of the poems. I am not taking credit for this poem. This is again by Helen Steiner, and as far as I know, she's a follower of Christ. And her poems can be very uplifting. I just read some earlier and they helped lift me up. I was feeling a little bit down. And here's one I want to read. Even if you don't have the same beliefs as her, I think her poems can bring you up spiritually. Okay. Blessings in disguise are difficult to recognize. God sends his little angels in many forms and guises. They come as lovely miracles that God alone devises. For he does nothing without a purpose. Everything's a perfect plan to fulfill in bounteous measure all he ever promised man. For every little angel with a body bent and broken, or a little mind retarded, or little words unspoken, is just God's way of trying to reach and touch the hand of all who do not know him and cannot understand. That often through an angel whose wings will never fly, the Lord is pointing out the way to his eternal sky, where there will be no handicaps of body, soul, or mind, and where all limitations will be dropped and left behind. So accept these little angels as gifts from God above, and thank him for this lesson in faith and hope and love. Thank you for hearing the poem. That, again, it's not by me, by Helen Steiner. Now, there was a word in there, and I think people sometimes will misunderstand it. I think she used the word, let me see here. It got me off track for a moment there because I actually didn't read the poem before making this video, where it said, or a little mind retarded. Of course, you had to keep it in context. But I actually have an uncle who's mentally challenged, so for a moment there, that hearing that got me upset. I don't think she's meaning it in an offensive, derogatory, prejudice way. I don't know exactly what the poem meant. I thought it was talking about actual angels, not humans, but I think maybe she's using a metaphor for like people who might have special needs. I could be wrong. And how they sometimes can have this innocent faith and actually give you a desire to change for the better and be closer to God because of their innocence. That's just my interpretation. I might be wrong. Anyway, thank you for hearing it. Hope it lifts you up. Goodbye.